everyone. Welcome to another episode of The Successful Woman's Mindset. My name is Galit Ventura-Rozen. I have been so excited to share with you the last 20 interviews, which are co-authors in the book that I put together, The Successful Woman's Mindset, 21 Journeys to Success. I wanted to have an opportunity to jump on and share with you a little bit about why I put this book together and a little bit about my chapter as well. It has been such a labor of love because you could only imagine gathering 20 different women with 20 different chapter titles, writing about 20 different journeys. But I knew more than anything that when I was out on my own book tour with my own book, which is called The Successful Woman's Mindset, that so many women said to me that they wished that they had the time and energy and know-how to write their own book. So that's when my anthology of 20 additional co-authors with myself came to fruition. It has been so exciting for me to see the success of the book. It has been so exciting for me to see the ability that I could bring to 20 other women with my visibility and share that platform with them. I want more than anything else to share with you that if you're thinking of writing a book, go for it. If it is too overwhelming, reach out because I'm constantly putting together anthologies. And this is basically a collaboration of authors, just like you've seen in this book. So what I wanted to share with you today is my own answers to the questions that I've asked all of the authors of this book. The first question I asked each author is, what does the phrase "the successful woman's mindset" mean to you? Well, for me, my definition of that phrase is that I could teach you all day long how to be successful. I mean, that's what I do. I am hired privately and also for corporate training to show people how to be successful in their sales success, in their communication and building relationships, and in their mindset. Well, for me, the meaning is based on the mindset. Think about it. You can go to school for your entire life, but if you don't put together and work on the mindset associated with your own definition of success, how could you possibly know how to use the tools that have been given to you, how to use the education? Because at the end of the day, we are our own limitation many a times. I have many women that reach out that want to work with me or be part of my groups or masterminds, and they say to me, I want to be successful like you. And my response is, well, what does that mean? I challenge you to sit down and write out what success means to you. What is the definition? Think about it. Each of us have a different definition. For one person, it could be reaching $1 million in income a year. For one person, it could be raising 4 amazing children to be abiding, amazing citizens of this world. For another, it could be starting our own company. For another, it could be getting promoted to being CEO of a Fortune 500 company. For another, it could be starting her own nonprofit. And I could go on and on. So take a minute and write out your definition of success. I want to know what it means to you. Well, you should want to know. Go ahead and share this with me. Tag me on your social media. I'd love to know and I'd love to comment. The second part of the successful woman's mindset to me is you need to know more than anything that you have so many tools already inside you that may need a mentor, may need to be held accountable, may need to know how to get past your fears or your limitations. And that's possible. There's enough people out there that know how to teach you how to do that. So I next challenge you to find those people, to find those groups, to find that support, to find those mentors. I always say that I can only work with so many people privately, and I can only teach so much in a week with all the businesses that I run. If it's not me, please find someone else. The next question I asked everybody is, why this chapter? Why this chapter title? Well, my chapter is called The Voice That Chose Me. Well, if you already read my chapter, then you know that this is not the voice that I was born with. that I was born with a different voice. And at the age 7, I had a growth and still do on one of my vocal cords. So if these are my vocal cords, if you're watching, if you're listening, I have obviously two vocal cords, and on one of them, there's a bump. There's a bump, there's a nodule, and it's been there since I was 7. It changed my voice. So I've been on a journey throughout my life related to the fact that from the age of 7 to 13, I pretty much spoke in a whisper. I sounded something like this. So when I spoke up, it was always speak louder. And I did that on purpose. So at the age of 13, and I'm not giving out the whole story, you'll have to read about it, I found my voice literally. Through some speech therapy, after going twice a week, we found this voice. And after more speech therapy, I learned how to use it. But more than anything, my story really isn't about losing my voice. My story is for anyone that is working on finding their voice figuratively. Standing up to someone that's bullying you, standing up to someone that doesn't respect you, finding your voice to share, you deserve that promotion, you deserve that raise, finding your voice to share, I'm going to start my own business, finding your voice to leave that difficult relationship that is unhealthy for you, finding that voice for so many things that we should be using our voice for. That's really what my chapter is about. And the reason I chose to share my story and to share my own growth in finding my voice through my life, divorce, relationships, careers, opening businesses, and so much more, is because I believe that we are each given a voice to use it to benefit ourselves in a polite, kind way, but you should be using your voice to benefit you. And I want you to ask yourself, how are you using your voice? Are you using your voice? What is it that's coming to you right now? And what is it that's asking you? So I want you to take my chapter and to take my story, and I want you to implement some of the steps that I share to finding your own voice, to sharing your voice, to standing up for what you believe in. And the last question I asked all the authors was, what is one fun or interesting thing about you that people may or may not know? Well, for me, it's I have attended hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of concerts. I went to my first concert when I was 12. It was to the Jackson 5 with Michael Jackson being the lead in 1984 at the Dodgers Stadium. I was wearing my Michael Jackson fringe shirt. I was 12 years old. I was wearing my huge Michael Jackson button on my shirt, and I was a huge fan. And from that day on, I have not stopped. Growing up in a home where music was a big part of our lives, not because any of us are singers or musicians, but because it's our own recharge, our own therapy. I have taken my children to gosh knows how many concerts. I have 3 kids. My youngest went to her first concert when she was 7. And I will never stop. And I miss concerts. If you're watching this during the times we're going through now, I supplement that with music on all the time and watching recorded concerts. It's my therapy because I love dancing. I love dancing and I love music and I love the passion that musicians and artists and singers bring through their music. And the last thing I want to share with you is this. You can learn more about the book at thesuccessfulwomensmindset.com, as well as all of the authors in this book and myself. You can also grab this book, The Successful Woman's Mindset, 21 Journeys to Success, on Amazon or any online book retailer. And you can learn more about me and connect with me at GalitVenturaRozen.com, as well as I am on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram at Galit Ventura-Rozen. I am a professional speaker. I love being hired by corporations to put on workshops, seminars, and just talks. I've been hired by companies all over the spectrum, pharmaceutical companies, health companies. I've spoken in front of doctors and nurses. I've spoken in front of employees. I've spoken in front of executives. I'm doing a lot of virtual and in person, as well as I can be hired separately and privately as a sales success expert in your business or to teach your employees. And I have amazing new programs that are coming up every single day to teach you how to go from 6 to 7 figures in your company or in your business or in your corporations. So please reach out if there's anything else I can help with. And thank you so much for watching and listening and tuning in for another episode of the Successful Woman's Mindset. And I appreciate you.